God told me the day of, you're going on a fast with Transformation Church today. And it's going to be for 21 days. I ain't never done no 21-day fast. Hey everyone, my name is Raquel. Welcome to my channel. I am doing 21-day fasting and praying for the first time in my adult life. It's not my first time ever doing a fast, but it's my first time doing a fast for 21 days and on my own because I heard God's voice type of thing. God told me the day of, you're going on a fast with Transformation Church today. And it's going to be for 21 days. I ain't never done no 21-day fast. Disclaimer. For all of you people that are gonna say, you're not supposed to tell people that you're going on a fast or you're not doing that fast correctly. Thank you for your words, but God gave me this. When I was journaling and I was in prayer, God told me to create a video and explain what I'm experiencing and encourage other people to do the same. So I understand what you're saying, but I also know what I was told from God. Now that that's out of the way, let me tell you, today is day 11. And in these 11 days, I have experienced God like I've never experienced God before. Now, let me give you a little bit of background of my life. I was raised in church. I was part of the dance ministry. So I've experienced God, but I've never did it on my own as an adult, seeking him on my own because I want to. I felt like I had to because I was a part of a ministry, and that's just what you do. You're part of a ministry, you gotta be in line. But I never did it because God told me to do it, if that makes sense. And last year I quit my job because I heard God's voice. I really heard God's voice 3 years ago and I didn't listen, but that's a whole nother video that I'm gonna put out next week. But I knew at this point, I quit my job last year, and I was like, God, this is what you gave me. What is going on? I felt stagnant. I had so much self-doubt in my ability to do my job and my ability to connect to people. I felt like, what's wrong with me? It was so many things that was going through my mind. It was so bad that I was about to go back to the job that I left. I was thinking about going back to the job that I left because finances, I felt like I was in a stuck period and I just was not happy. And God was like, go on this fast. And when you go on this fast, this is what you're gonna do. So I'm doing the Daniel fast till 6 p.m. and then I'm breaking it at 6 p.m. and I'm having a really small meal. So that small meal may still be vegan, or that small meal may be a small piece of chicken or fish or some shrimp, but it's still following the guidelines of no fried foods, whole grains with it, and vegetables. The reason why I'm doing this before anybody say anything again is because I am a sports performance coach and a personal trainer. So I do a lot of demonstrating, I do a lot of movement and working out and stuff throughout the day. So some days my energy is just very low that I gotta then exert. So I just need that small little meal to get me through. God told me that that's okay. All right. So last year was a really hard year for me. I was teaching and I knew I wanted to leave and I knew I wasn't right, but I was so scared. I was terrified of leaving because I just did not have the confidence in myself and my ability to leave. I felt like this is a consistent job, this is what it was. So I left. Anyway, I decided to jump into my business and God told me, create a YouTube page, do content, use your skills that you have in multimedia and all your accomplishments that you have in track and field as an athlete and a coach. These are the things that you're going to use to branch out in your business. I believed them, but I didn't believe in myself, if that makes sense. So these past 11 days have really erased, or starting to erase, because it's not fully gone, but it's starting to erase my self-doubt, starting to erase the imposter syndrome that I am experiencing. One day I was journaling and I was just like, Lord, I don't know if this is for me. And I think it was day 3 on the fast. And I was like, I just need some understanding. I need some guidance. I need a sign. I need something to tell me that what I'm doing is from you. That I'm not doing this out of self because of the situation I had. Please tell me that that was you. And in a matter of that one day, 4 people called me and said, thank you for training my son. This is what he did at the track meet. Another person, you are so great at what you do. You're a beast. I'm proud of you. A lot of people couldn't do what you did. Another person made a post on Instagram and was like, I lost all this weight. Thank you to my trainer. Like, everything that you gave me really supported me. And I'm just like, okay, Lord. So I am in the right thing. Like, what is going on? Like, so why am I feeling this way? On day 5, while I was journaling and in worship, I realized that I have not forgiven myself for the mistakes that I made in my life. I wanted to be a professional track and field athlete. I made some mistakes on choosing what school to go to and not focusing on my training, and I did not forgive myself for that. So all these years, at 33 years old now, I was 18, I've been holding kind of a grudge against myself for the decisions that I made that I didn't accomplish my dream as a child. And I was like, oh, wow. Didn't see that one coming. So then I had to realize, like, okay, I had to sit there and write, like, on this day, blank, 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 I forgive myself. I forgive myself for the decisions that I made. I forgive myself for not making this decision. I forgive myself for going left when I should have went right. Like, I really had to sit there and marinate and forgive myself. And the weight that was released from me, I can't explain it. At first, when I first started the business in May, I was going towards what God told me to do. But then I got caught up in needing money, right? And getting caught up into needing money, I shifted from what God told me. And then I'm sitting here frustrated with myself. I'm like, why is this not working? Like last year, I did some YouTube videos and then I stopped for months. And I'm like, God is like, because you didn't listen to me. I gave you specific instructions and you decided to go the other way. And here we are back again to square one to what I told you the first time. And the whole time while I'm building this business, I'm feeling like God left me. I'm like, Lord, you told me to do this. Why is it not working? Why am I not getting money? Why don't I have money? Why am my clientele not growing? And the whole time he's like, because you're not listening to me. 1, you're not seeking my face the way that you should. And 2, you didn't listen to me. I gave you instructions and you didn't follow them. And I was just like, okay, you're right. I can't wait to see what the next 10 days bring, because I feel like a whole new person and more connected and more in tune with what my calling is and what God has for me, and just the growth in my relationship with him and seeking him on my own. I just know these next 10 days are going to be amazing. And I want to encourage you to do the same. Like, if you feel like God is pulling on you to fast and pray and really seek his face, listen. Like, I got 10 more days left. You can join me for the last 10 days and watch how God moves in your life, as long as you spend time with him. Because if you're not spending time with him while you're doing this fast, it's just a diet. You're just restraining from eating. You have no power in it. Like, you really need to take the time and see his face, read your word, pray, worship, like really put together some non-interrupted, non-negotiable time to seek his face, and then you will hear from him, and then you will really start to be like, okay, God, like, this makes sense. Now, don't get me wrong, there's some days within this fast that I don't hear as much as I hear like the next day. Like in my journal, it may be a little bit on one day, and then the next day it may be 2 pages full of what God is saying to me. And I've realized that that's okay. Like, that doesn't mean that what I'm doing is not working. It's just at that moment, he just probably still need me to marinate on what he told me the other day. And one more thing I want to say is, even though I'm on a fast because I'm believing God and what he's doing in my life, I also take time and pray for the other people in my life. I need some shifts in my family and their situations and healing in people's bodies, and I also take that time to focus on other people as well. It's not a selfish fast, but I also know that I needed to do it for me and get myself right, so then I could be a blessing and encouragement to other people. I hope my little spill is enough to encourage you to, like, go out there, start this year off with the Lord, start this year off with guidance, and just finish it strong. And I want you to take a moment to like and subscribe to my channel.